Well, we've got another topic for sure, and we've got Kalen DeBoer describing the identity that he wants Alabama to have for 2025. He had some interview today, but it wasn't on media days. It's his turn tomorrow. But for those tuning in on the clip version, he tuned in on Wednesday or is tuning in right now. So it's like, anyway, he talked with Christian Miller about what he wants each of his Alabama teams to have in the identity. And this way he gave the identity is to be what this program has been built on: toughness, resiliency, consistency at a high level. And that only comes through putting in the work and putting in the time. I think behind the scenes, our guys are doing the things to be able to be great in those moments, physically building their bodies up. And from a strength standpoint, the toughness helps you become mentally tough. When those tough times come, that leads to confidence. I love the way our guys are preparing, but I think a lot of it has to do with the toughness about you. That's mental, physical toughness. Just played the game the way it's meant to be played. That preparation leads to a confidence that hopefully is something everyone is excited about. You can't wait to show up at Bryant Denny, or you travel with us on the road knowing what a big day is ahead. I love the word attack, aggressive. That's the way I always want us to be thinking. We want to get after people and have an intensity about us and just continue to always apply pressure. Just keep coming after to you where it's a long day for your opponent. I like it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything he said there, from what you want from your team. From a coaching standpoint, that's about all you can ask for is for your team to fight, be tough, and train hard, on and off the field. Because it's not just about playing football. As much as so many football fans, make it about their guys, performing better than the other team, it's also about quality human beings as well. You want those guys to be mentally tough, mentally stable, in their life as well, to balance the academic and the athletic, which it does not get talked about as much anymore because it's all about NIL. But you know what I mean, though, right? Like, you want guys that are fundamentally sound, like they show up to their classes, they're good model citizens, and great football players. That's what you want to see. You want to see that toughness. You want to show that, be seeing that grit, resilience when times are tough, when things aren't going your way. And that's what you want from your team. Every single team, because you have so many players on your team, you're going to have a few guys that aren't truly locked in. It's really hard to get 100 guys together and they're all on the same page. They can all do, the fist bumps and stuff like that and be engaged or whatever, or act like it. But are they all truly engaged? It's really hard to do that. But if you can get at least, 75%, 80% of those guys to be, at least mostly bought into what you're saying and what you're doing with your program, it's about all you can ask for. And definitely, I want to see that this year with Kalen DeBoer, is that consistency every game, game in and game out. Like I've said before on past shows, they were not consistent last year. Alabama needs to be more consistent this year. Hopefully, DeBoer will have, with year 2 under his belt at Alabama, will have more, feel like the players will, respect and listen to what the coaching staff has to say, in terms of what he's saying right now, to be able to go out there and perform well game in and game out. Even if you have kind of a subpar game, you're still giving it your all. And then, like I said, that translates to them being model citizens as well off the field. That's exactly what you want.
Well, I thought about this old interview that I saw from the Alabama 1990s national championship videotape from Keith Jackson and some of the Bama's Greatest Games VHS tape, where I saw our former place kicker Tommy Brooker from the 1961 national championship team talking about where Bear Bryant discussed that if you can accomplish the little things, you'll be able to accomplish the big things and you'll be able to win national championships. And I think that's what you're going to hear a lot of our guys here quite in the offseason, quite in the preseason as well, is if you can accomplish the little things, you're going to be able to accomplish the big things. And it's not just true on the field, it's off the field as well.
Absolutely. Because, those little things add up, right? with anything that you do in life. You do the small things well, and you're consistent with it, it will amount to big things. A lot of people just look at, stuff like, oh, let's do this crazy thing, move a mountain, or whatever, metaphorically. But, it's about, stacking good days. It's those small moments, those small things that you do, showing up to practice early, taking extra time to, study, or, film or whatever, study for your classes. Those small things add up to you being prosperous on and off the field. It matters. Like, it sounds cliche, but it matters. So I agree, Jackson. Absolutely what Keith Jackson said. The small things, doing the small things well, it will lead up to accomplishing big things at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I think we can see a lot of our guys in 2025 accomplish it. I think our guys in 2026 and beyond, accomplish it. And Bert's made an excellent point. Alabama recruiting is scary. Yeah, I mean, like, we're back in the top 5, baby. Like, we need to be scary. We need to show some intimidation to everybody in all college football. I mean, that's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The second you lose that imposing, will, for the opposing fan bases where people are, nervous about playing you or, facing you, whatever, then you know that you've lost that elite status. And we don't want to lose that. And I don't think we will with DeBoer.
No, it won't happen. I believe we're going to be able to keep that mental toughness and that physical toughness in Tuscaloosa. Because, I mean, he's talking about intensity, and toughness and aggressiveness. We're going to see a lot of that in tomorrow's edition of the SEC Media Days. Or we saw that on Wednesday's editions. Like, sorry, this is clip edition. So, got to break that fourth wall right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football. So there we go. I mean, hey, we're the only channel at the Voice College Football Network that breaks the fourth wall and just kind of like.
If you're real lucky, we might break the 256th wall.
There you go. We'll definitely get back to that at some point. I think especially when it gets to the post game shows, that we can guarantee.